Some bottles are opened to celebrate. Others are never opened at all. Welcome to the Prestige 10, where rarity reigns and history pours from the bottle. Today, we uncork the ultimate indulgence, the top 10 most expensive wines and champagnes in the world. These aren't just drinks. They're time capsules, vintages soaked in royalty, revolution, and record-breaking price tags. And if you stay until the end, we'll reveal bottles owned by celebrities, poured in movies, and one so rare it was sealed inside a time machine. Let's raise a glass to the extraordinary. Top 10 Countdown. Number 10. Domaine, Leroy Musigny, Grand Cru, 2012, $30,000. A red Burgundy so rare, it barely sees the light of day. Only a few hundred bottles exist, each one handcrafted by Lalou Bizet Leroy, a legend in winemaking. Known for its elegance, depth, and cult-like following, this wine is often purchased by collectors who never intend to drink it. And maybe that's the point. Aging potential. Expected to age gracefully for 50 years from vintage, now entering its prime. Number 9. Shipwrecked, 1907, Heidsieck, Monopole, Champagne, $35,000. It lay at the bottom of the Baltic Sea for 80 years. A shipment intended for the Russian imperial family, recovered from a shipwreck and miraculously preserved. These bottles became liquid history. A glass from this champagne isn't about bubbles. It's about time itself. Aging potential. Technically past drinking age, but exceptionally preserved by cold seawater, with tasting notes still present. Number 8. Château d'Yquem, 1811, $43,500. The vintage was declared Comet Blessed, harvested under a celestial sky in 1811. This legendary Sauternes survived wars, revolutions, and the march of centuries, and is still drinkable. Only a few bottles remain. Owning one is like holding a golden relic from the Napoleonic era. Aging potential, still drinkable today. Exceptional longevity due to high sugar content and balance. Over 200 years old. Number 7. Domaine de la Romanée-Conti, 1945. $558,000. The 1945 vintage of DRC is mythic. Only 600 bottles were made. The final harvest before replanting post-Wathawa-Witu. One bottle fetched over $500,000. Its flavor is said to echo with the earth of Burgundy and the resilience of a world rebuilding itself. Aging potential. At the end of its drinking window, more a historical artifact than a wine to be opened. Number 6. Ampoule from Penfolds, Block 42 Cabernet Sauvignon, $168,000, no cork, no label, no screw cap, just a hand-blown ampoule suspended in a custom glass prism. Inside is Penfolds Block 42 Kalimna Cabernet Sauvignon, a wine from Australia's oldest vines. Only 12 were made, and it can only be opened by a senior winemaker on site. It's less a bottle, more a ritual. Aging potential. Can age another 30 to 50 years if stored properly. Current bottles are 20+ years old. Number 5. Château Lafite, Rothschild, 1869. $230,000. When this bottle was offered at auction in Hong Kong, the room went silent. Collectors from Asia drove the price up to nearly $250,000. Why? It's not just about age, it's about prestige, the Rothschild name, the first growth status, and the fact that this bottle has survived empires. Aging potential, far past its drinking window. Purchased for its provenance and rarity, not flavor. Number 4. Screaming Eagle, Cabernet Sauvignon, 1992. $500,000. From California's Napa Valley comes a cult wine that redefined American prestige. The 1992 Screaming Eagle was sold for $500,000 at a charity auction. In the wine world, it's known not for its volume, but for its voice. Bold, rare, iconic, aging potential, still drinkable with proper cellaring. Estimated peak drinking, 12 to 35 years after vintage. Number 3, Jeroboam of Château, Mouton Rothschild. 945, $310,000, one of the greatest vintages ever bottled. The 1945 Mouton Rothschild commemorated the Allied victory in World War II, with a V for victory on the label. This Jeroboam, 3 liters, is not just a wine. It's a monument to resilience, excellence, and peace. Aging potential may still retain character due to large format, though most are collected rather than consumed. Number 2, 1928, Krug Champagne, 250,000, considered one of the finest champagnes ever made. The 1928 Krug survived the Great Depression, 2 world wars, and still sparkles with grace. Its flavor, deep, toasted, rich with honey and dried fruit. A bottle once sold for $21,200. Others in private collections go far higher. Aging potential. Exceptional aging potential for a champagne. Number 1, Goût de Diamant. Taste of Diamonds. $207 million. Designed for one client, this bottle is encrusted with a 19-carat diamond, made of white gold, and engraved with the Superman logo. The champagne, a luxury cuvée from a boutique house in France. But in this case, the liquid is just the beginning. You're buying a symbol, a statement, a status that says, there is no second place. Aging potential. A youthful cuvée made for immediate indulgence or short-term aging, but bought for the bottle, not the bubbles. Bonus, wines that made pop culture history. Cristiano Ronaldo is said to have gifted a bottle of Château Petrus to a teammate. Valued at over $30,000, Jay-Z raps about Armand de Brignac, the Ace of Spades, which he owns in partnership. Bottles go for $6,500 plus, with gold-plated editions even more. In The Great Gatsby, champagne flows like water. Moet and Chandon, Krug, and Veuve Clicquot all cameo. Even James Bond has a favorite, Bollinger, served shaken, not stirred, usually in a crystal flute. From royal weddings to rap verses, these bottles don't just toast history, they make it. A rare bottle is more than aged grapes. Its story, its memory, its legacy in glass. Which of these would you save, and which would you dare to open? Comment below. Subscribe to the Prestige 10 for luxury that lasts longer than a lifetime. Cheers.